Hello everyone and welcome to another video. My channel name is Atinybong, where I am just a clown Atini trying to and maybe failing from time to time at making sense of the ATEEZ universe. As per usual, let's divide this theory into sections. This video consists of 3 parts. We will start with opening notes, which talks about some things to reference from past theories and videos. We'll then discuss how Wonderland and Thanxx are related. Finally, we'll get to how Wonderland and Thanxx, because of their connection, ultimately explain why ATEEZ and ATEEZ meet and answer and what happened in the MV. Timestamps for each section will be in the description below, as well as a readable version, complete with photos and screenshots. So, how does Thanxx and Wonderland relate? Could they be opposite sides of each other? Then, how does that explain answer? Is Thanxx telling us why everyone disappeared? Time to find out. So without further ado, let's get to the Thanxx plus Wonderland and answer connections theory. Allow me to start by saying that this theory is going to be a bit shorter. I have way too many ideas and not enough evidence for connections. I am seriously getting Wonderland theory making deja vu. I know the MV probably has so many hints, but me being the clown that I am, probably didn't see it. But anyways, let's go. As ATEEZ have confirmed, this new fever era is a story of what happened to them before they began their journey. If you watched my diary film theory, I theorized that each member has a role, but Hongjung has the most important one of all. Hongjung is able to manipulate reality and time with the hourglass. He can enter the members' dreams and create alternate timelines dimensions in his attempts to save the members. If this is true, then Inception is the starting point, with Hongjung receiving his ability in the diary film and starting his mission in Inception. However, all the MVs following Inception, including the ones of the Treasure series, could be an alternative timeline that Hongjung creates to save the members. What we can be sure of is that the end of this part of their journey is answer, when ATEEZ and real ATEEZ meet. So all the other music videos thus far fall in between these 2 time points and may even overlap. Since the teaser video, many Atini have already gotten a Wonderland MV vibe from the Thanxx MV. The main hint was the lighting of the huge parade and ATEEZ's positions. However, that is not the only clue that they drop in the Thanxx MV about connections to Wonderland. Another clue that we get is that, in Wonderland, the MV ends with the members holding a giant flag. The exact same thing occurs at the end of Thanxx, but with a different flag. The hint that popped up in the teaser can be further backed up by lyrics. In Wonderland, the members are walking towards a giant gate. As per the lyrics, the door for truth is opening. In Thanxx, they are walking toward the parade, but nothing in the lyrics mentions why they are walking toward it or what the parade represents. So, dead end? Not quite. If we compare the lyrics of Wonderland and Thanxx, we will find many other hidden similarities. The most glaring one of all being the iconic line of Gaja in Wonderland. Gaja translates to "let's go." In the Thanxx MV, the chorus says exactly that: dancing, 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 let's go, let's go. Random coincidence? At this point, the amazing KQ staff, please stop making our brains explode. Probably don't do random coincidences anymore. Any coincidence is probably deliberate. If you think about it, translations are like opposite sides of each other but the same word. What else in the ATEEZ universe are opposite sides of each other but also the same thing? ATEEZ and real ATEEZ. Thus, Wonderland and Thanxx are 2 MVs of the same story. My theory for Wonderland is that Wonderland is not actually the real ATEEZ. Instead, it is ATEEZ. As in the video made by the amazing 15 Kim, which got semi-KQ confirmed, the main evidence that points to this is that in Wonderland, the members are primarily in the same uniforms. This doesn't happen very often, except for in the MV. There are many other hints to why Wonderland is ATEEZ, but I'll let you watch 15 Kim's video because it is her idea. Just bear with me and keep in mind that Wonderland is actually ATEEZ rather than the real ATEEZ. From the Wonderland MV and lyrics, we get the feeling of desire and the urge to go somewhere. This can be seen in the lyrics of the pre-chorus. "You gonna stop there? Is here what you really looked for?" And then the chorus, they say hurry up, hurry up. This is ATEEZ urging themselves or teasing real ATEEZ to keep going. As ATEEZ confirmed, are their dark side, consumed by power and ambition. Therefore, ATEEZ will keep pushing forward and silence anyone else who disagrees. In the Thanxx MV and lyrics, the first impression could be that the song is meant for youth to find their independence, rather than constantly listening to adults. Of course, it could be interpreted that way for day-to-day listening. However, if we look at it from an ATEEZ universe perspective, it takes on a different meaning. If we theorize that the Wonderland MV and Thanxx MV are two sides of the same story, then Thanxx would be the real ATEEZ's response to Hala ATEEZ in Wonderland. As mentioned previously, Hala ATEEZ wants real ATEEZ to keep pushing forward no matter what. They act like they have the most power and keep telling ATEEZ to do this and that. Then, in Thanxx MV, ATEEZ say, "Don't say you're doing this for me. Leave me alone, I'm in my own rhythm." Here, real ATEEZ, the members we know and love, refuse to be consumed by ambition and toss morality aside. Thus, the lyrics can be interpreted as real ATEEZ fighting back against Hala ATEEZ, and the Thanxx MV's purpose is ATEEZ fighting back and being free. This is also hinted in Thanxx lyrics of "Lift the blue flag, lift the white flag." However, we never see a blue or white flag. So, where is it? In Wonderland, the members carry black flags. We see similar black flags again in Thanxx, but this time the flags include orange, which have the same design on their merchandise t-shirts, and the members in Thanxx do not hold individual flags. However, there is the scene where all of the members hold a giant flag, which, as I mentioned before, mimics the ending scene of Wonderland. We can think that the blue and white flags represent real ATEEZ, while the black and orange flags represent Hala ATEEZ. Through color theory, white and black are opposite colors of each other, while blue and orange-yellow are opposite colors of each other. Again, ATEEZ is showing us that the MVs are linked but opposites of each other. So, why is this face-off between Wonderland and Thanxx so important? Right after Wonderland we have the answer MV, where Hala ATEEZ and real ATEEZ meet. But why? The answer, no pun intended, lies in Thanxx lyrics. In Ming's rap verse in Thanxx we get the line, 1, 2, there's silence. Too much interest is poison, so empty your glass. Sound familiar? In answer the chorus is, 1, 2, 3, let's burn, and right before that, let's make a toast like a thunder, fill in everything as much as it overflows. Thanxx is hinting at answer. If Wonderland and Thanxx are responses to each other, Hala ATEEZ and real ATEEZ would eventually have to meet in order to confront each other or be free from each other. Answer is that meeting. If we place Wonderland and Thanxx side by side, then the timeline would be Wonderland and Thanxx leading up to the final confrontation in answer. In answer, the real Hongjung makes a toast to Hala ATEEZ with a cryptic smile. Not only him but other members of real ATEEZ smile at Hala ATEEZ, who are their enemy. They wouldn't be smiling unless they know something. If we look again at Thanxx lyrics, Mingy says, "Too much interest is poison, so empty your glass." If Thanxx really is real ATEEZ talking to Hala ATEEZ, then Wonderland and Thanxx is actually symbolic of what Hala ATEEZ and real ATEEZ were talking about during answer. Hongjung then makes a toast and everyone drinks. And if we factor in Mingy's lyrics, then the only explanation for ATEEZ's knowing smiles is that they poisoned the drinks for Hala ATEEZ. But why did everyone disappear? Because Hala ATEEZ and real ATEEZ are the same people, real ATEEZ may not have realized that they would be connected too. Thus everyone disappears. To where we don't know. But then the masked man arrives. So what is his role? He could either be a representation of death, or related to the little girl of the diary film, and have greater powers to send ATEEZ on their next journey. To summarize, the similarities between the MVs of Wonderland and Thanxx are too many to be overlooked. In Wonderland, everything accumulates in a parade. The exact same thing occurs in Thanxx. In Wonderland, the song opens with mentions of youth in Hongjung's rap. Thanxx's entire song lyrics is the youthful refusal of being controlled. Wonderland MV ends with Hala ATEEZ holding a black and white flag. Thanxx MV opens with real ATEEZ holding the orange and black flag. If we look at the flag from the previously mentioned color theory, then the flag represents the side not present. Thus the white flag in Wonderland shows that the real ATEEZ are not there. The orange flag in Thanxx represents Hala ATEEZ not being there. Thus both MVs are responses to each other, like two sides of a battle or conversation. If Wonderland and Thanxx are responses to each other, and we accept the theory that since Hongjung can create alternate dimensions that may or may not occur on parallel timelines, then answer would be the meeting of Hala ATEEZ from Wonderland and real ATEEZ from Thanxx. Through the lyrics of Thanxx, we can theorize that Mingy's rap lyrics reference why the two sides meet. Real ATEEZ was plotting against Hala ATEEZ and tried to get rid of them in answer. However, since Hala ATEEZ and real ATEEZ are the same people, real ATEEZ's choice would have destroyed themselves as well, leading to everyone disappearing at the end of answer. the identity of the masked man is still unknown. But, since answer marks the end of the treasure arc, and after the fever era concludes and helps explain more backstory about what happened before treasure, the story may pick back up again from where answer left off. Anyways, that's it for this theory and thank you for watching. I know this wasn't as detailed out as my previous theories, but given the suspenseful ending of Thanxx, I feel like there is so much left that hasn't been answered yet. But as usual, this is just a theory, and the real credits go to the boys in KQ. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe or share this with fellow Ateenie. If not, that's okay, but I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time. Let's support Ateez as much as we can during this new promotion.